Empire Fight Camp, I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Hi to everybody back home.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Most divisions have a maximum weight, heavyweights a minimum weight of 200 pounds. From the United States of America. From the United Kingdom.
The reach, how on earth are they going to get through that jab?
Well, we're all set. Let's go into the ring for the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from the United States of America, wearing the black trunks trimmed with purple.
Lots of hype as they will fight into the night. We're outdoors for this big main event.
You can hear the noise, you can hear the fans. I've been to many, many fights like this, and it's very, very eerie.
These two have certainly talked the talk. Now they've got to walk the walk. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. These two fighters are made for one another. Gonna shake out the arms and legs and move around a little bit. Have you ever danced with the devil under the pale moonlight? That's what these two men are about to go through as they've been talking so much trash on social media. It's time to settle the score.
These fighters are about to block themselves off and say, right, that's it. Keep out of it. Now it's fight time. The whole day, everybody's been waiting for these two. This is it. This is so exciting.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Nice counter punch right up the middle. He's going to loosen things up here. Let's see how he does with this fancy footwork. Now going to get a little more loosey-goosey. Let's see how this one feels. This fighter told us yesterday, I don't get paid by the minute. I'm going to go in there and try and knock my opponent out as soon as possible.
How you deal with a slugger, you've got to use brain over brawn. Building a matador, pop, jab, move. Get them angry.
Just missed with that hook. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
They ring the bell, and here we go. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Hey, those punches add up. Good counter punching. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
So he's going to drop his arms down here. Not sure that's the wisest decision. A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Missing with the hook. The perfect counter lands. This fight is all about distance for this man, and you can see he's using that length advantage.
If you have got long arms and you're the bigger fighter, you've got to keep him out there because you're not good at fighting up close and personal. Very, very good fighters can do that. Very, very good big fighters can do that. But use the jab, use the reach, and use that endless shot power.
Swinging a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
You know what? I've been in fights like...
And there's the bell to start the round. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Trying to fight like Roy Jones Jr. now, bouncing on the toes. They call it the glory division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it. That one lands. Big swing and a miss with the hook. These two are the perfect dance partners.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This is why I love the little guys. This is exactly why I love them. Look at them, toe to toe, heart for heart. You know, mano on mano, they're letting the shots go.
Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
And there's the bell to start the round. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful. Will the referee step in? Disaster averted.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Nice counter shot. Oh, that punch. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter will. All hands on deck. We are witnessing an upset in the making. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back.
What a massive upset this would be. I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Good punch. He missed with that jab. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Good counter punch. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the flyweight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Looks like he's going to move around the ring a little bit more. Try some stick and move. He's going to go with more footwork now. What do you think of that strategy? How about that time counter shot? This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, a certain fighter missed.
Whoa, wait a minute! What a shot! And they're down, trying to make it up before 10 as the referee continues the count. That body shot right there paralyzed him and won him the fight.
That's lights out right there.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So the referee says he can continue, but how much more does he have left?
He's up, but for how long? Look at her. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
How about that time counter shot? This fight has a real good flow to it. Good punch. Final 10, beautiful counter shot. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
So it's onward and upward after another knockout win here.
A knockout victory. That is, Todd, did you see the shot? That's not a knockout, that's an assassination. What a shot!